You've probably seen these videos before on YouTube where a guru tells you that this is going to be a step-by-step full guide on how to make 10K a month with whatever business model they're trying to sell you on. You watch the video and then you end up getting sold on whatever course or mentorship program or coaching program that they're selling, and you don't actually learn how to start a business on your own. You just get so sold into everything they're selling to you, And that's why I'm making this video, because there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever, but I want to give you a video of how to actually get started with remote high-ticket sales and print money doing it without having to buy a course, without having to buy any coaching program whatsoever. So let's get into it straight away. I will show you how I changed my life completely, how I went from being a broke little kid. This was literally me about 3 years ago when I was 18 to 20 years old. I was broke. I had literally negative balance in my bank account. You can see here, this is in Swedish, but I had about negative 40 bucks in my bank account. I just started learning about like entrepreneurship, started reading like Rich Dad Poor Dad, started 4 different businesses, failed with affiliate marketing, drop shipping, SMMA, Amazon FBA, like all these different things. I was insecure, I was lost, and I was broke. And then now, current Alex, I'm making multiple 6 figures per year in profit and personal take-home income. I work around 4 to 6 hours per day from my phone or from my laptop sometimes, just taking calls over Zoom. I have complete freedom. I can travel wherever I want in the entire world. And the biggest thing here is like I never have to worry about going broke or money in general ever again. And in this video, I'm gonna break down exactly like how I made that happen, how I made that transition happen through high ticket closing. So you can just copy me. So you can do the exact same thing again without no BS of having to buy a course or any like paywalls or any of that stuff. It's going to give you the blueprint that I followed, exactly how I did it. So you can just copy that, do the same thing, be able to travel, have nice experiences, not be bound, all that good stuff. So let's get into it. And here's some proof as well, because a lot of people online just talk about this stuff and just show you these like cool cars and trips and all that stuff. But here's like actual proof of me actually doing this. Payments that I've taken as a high ticket closer, and also like commission checks as well. So let's get into this. And if we go back here, this is gonna be a stupid, simple 5-step process that literally any beginner can follow. So regardless if you're a complete beginner, you've never done like sales, never done online business ever before, you don't even know what high ticket sales is, you can apply this process and get results. And also if you're already in high ticket sales, or if you're already in like online business, let's say you tried SMA like I did. Let's say you tried affiliate marketing, you tried drop shipping, you tried content creation, starting a personal brand, and you want to like really go all in on one single skill set and take a simpler path, a like simpler approach to actually getting results. This is going to work for you. I'm going to give you the simplest step-by-step blueprint, a process to follow that's going to get you results in this. And how I want you to think about this, well, the biggest reason why I believe that remote high ticket sales is such a good path to take is that what happens with literally, like I see this all the time, pretty much everyone that I either work with or that I see like from people that DM me on Instagram, people that come into my coaching program and things like that. Everyone is trying to make money online by starting some type of business. You're being sold these different businesses by doing drop shipping, doing trading, doing Amazon FBA, doing all these different things, TikTok shop, whatever it is. And then so many people start a business, including me. And what happens is you start a business, you see some success, you start going up a bit, it starts kind of drop off. You're in this kind of like this phase where it takes a lot of time for the business to work. You're kind of putting in a lot of work. You're having to really, it's like work your ass off for a long time. Just keep hustling, keep working your ass off. And then eventually, maybe like 6 months, maybe a year, maybe 2 years down the road, that work that you've been putting in actually gives you results. But the issue is that pretty much like 98% of people, they quit before that. And it kind of makes sense as well, because like we're so used to like, okay, in a 9-to-5 job, in school, whatever it is, you're used to always getting results for the work that you put in. Whenever you do something, you study for a test, you like do some type of work, you do some type of a project in your job, in your 9-to-5, whatever it is. We're used to always seeing a result from the inputs that we're doing very quickly. But the thing is, in business, in online business, and in like entrepreneurship in general, how it works, it doesn't work like that. You never see, or you very rarely see results from the inputs that you're putting in that quickly, which makes it very hard as a beginner when you constantly just like putting in inputs, doing stuff, and you're not seeing a result from that. It makes it very hard to know like which direction you're going into, if the stuff that you're doing is actually working, if you should change what you're doing. All these like question marks are constantly in your head. And that's what happened to me. That's why I was stuck and broke for almost 2 years doing different businesses, because I was in this phase of doing work but not seeing results from my work. So I was constantly just like questioning, like, is this working? Am I doing the right thing? And I was changing all the time because of it. And I think this is by far the biggest reason why people make more money in remote high ticket sales and people get 10K a month so quickly. Like I literally went from 0 to 10K a month in remote high ticket sales in 3 months. Whereas like I've been doing other businesses for 2 years before and not made really like any good money doing it. And the reason behind it is because remote high ticket sales is more like this graph over here, where you start and immediately once you start, pretty much all the inputs that you're putting in the beginning, it's going to be a bit of a phase where you kind of just learning stuff and like learning the ropes and things like that, where you don't really see any results. But after that, as you go, you're immediately seeing results from the inputs that you're putting in. And I think that's one of the best things about this industry is for a beginner coming into it, like you can actually learn the skill, be in a role a week from now or 2 weeks from now. And then once you're in that role, once you're actually doing remote high ticket sales, working for a good business and making money doing it, you can make changes on a daily basis. You can have someone give you a piece of feedback, you can apply it on your next call and literally close someone and like get a deal and get a commission that you otherwise wouldn't have gotten. But it's learning simple hacks, learning simple reframes, learning simple like objection handles, tonality hacks, things like that. It's extremely quick feedback loop. You can learn something in the morning, apply it on your call later that same day, and literally like same day make more money and like just see more money in your pocket so quickly. So hopefully that makes sense. I think this is super, super powerful because you can truly like see, okay, I'm doing this, I'm putting in this work and I'm getting paid for it literally immediately straight away. There's no like gap between your inputs and your outputs, or there is the gap, but it's definitely way, way kind of shorter than most businesses. I think that's extremely powerful because it allows you to get into it and stay consistent with it and not change. Because a big reason why a lot of people fail, and what I used to fail for a long time, is you try starting a business, you don't see results, and then you change niche, you change business model, wherever it's, whereas with this, because you see results, you're gonna stick to it. So that's a quick rant there. That's why I think this is such a good business model to get into, and why I think a lot of beginners, not only in the short term, but also long term, because you're building a skill that's going to be with you for life. When you learn how to sell, you're never going to go broke because you learn the most fundamental skill in business, the skill that solves all businesses' problems. Every single business out there needs sales reps. And when you're good at the skill and you've learned and gotten good skill set, especially in this industry of working in e-learning, the online business space that's growing very quickly, when you've learned the skill in this industry, like simply put, you will never go broke. You never have to worry about money ever again. And that's where you can really like live life on easy mode as well. So let's get into this blueprint. Let me show you how to actually make this happen. So first thing that you need to do to actually get into remote high ticket sales, land a role, and eventually scale up to 10K a month and beyond, we need to learn sales. Pretty simple stuff. I'm not gonna bore you here and like sit and tell you that you should just like read a book and then you should learn how to objection handle and all that stuff. Like it's pretty simple stuff. I think you probably know this yourself. Like if you only get to $10,000 per month, you're gonna get 100K per year, like 6 figure per year income. You have to understand human psychology, persuasion, things like that. To be honest, the fastest way to do this and the way that I did it was by joining a mentorship. I found someone had already done what I wanted to do, pay them money, and they taught me. I just learned exactly what they did, and I think that's the best path to take in most cases, because honestly, doing that, you're not having to like learn from different people. Because when you're learning from different people at the same time, it's always going to be some advice that's kind of contradictory. Someone is going to say something and then someone's going to say something else, and you're like, okay, who should I listen to? In my opinion, the best thing to do is to pick one person. So pick one of these guys right there. If you want to do it for free, just buy their books, watch their YouTube videos. Again, like for free. It's not for free, obviously, because you're having to pay like maybe $5-10 to buy. Like I think Jeremy Miner has a book you can buy. It's pretty cheap. Harmos, the same thing. Cole Gordon, Bill Walsh. But again, we're talking like $5-10 for you to learn a skill that's gonna allow you to make like hundreds of thousands of dollars down the road. So like, if you're not willing to invest that type of money, like you probably shouldn't get into sales via it. Again, I'm making this video for you guys that don't want to have to like invest a lot of money into like a course or a coaching program and things like that. But you have to be willing to invest some money if you want to get real results. Let's be honest. So here's some guys that I would definitely learn from. Some guys that I personally learned a lot from. And you want to practice. Big thing. You don't want to get stuck in the part of just like learning. You need to make sure you're actually practicing and actually doing this in action. You're never gonna get to like a top level in sales and actually get confident in in your sales skill set without doing things. So find friends, find family members you can practice with, and then just do the stuff that you're learning. Let's say reading a book from Jeremy Miner of like how to ask questions in a good way, how to use your tonality, then actually do that with your friends, with your family, or with online communities. Find people online, Facebook groups, school groups, things like that. You can find a lot of free groups out there, and just practice with these guys. Get in the habit of actually applying your skill set and actually doing this stuff in action. And I promise you'll get a lot more confident by actually doing it, actually like applying it. And then what's going to happen is when you keep learning, while practicing, everything that you're learning is going to make so much more sense. Because I see a lot of people trying to like read their way to becoming a mastery level salesperson, and you can't do that. Like you simply have to apply it, and then once you're applying it, the stuff you're learning will make more sense, and you will ascend and get extremely good at it. So combine that: read, learn, so consume content, and at the same time practice. And then learn to self-analyze, learn to review your, like maybe record yourself, speaking, doing objection handle or how you sound over the phone, and learn to get into the habit of analyzing yourself. That's a super, super key habit that I've seen every single top sales rep that I work with, including myself, has always been really, really into observing themselves, analyzing themselves. Like, how do I sound? Why did I not close this person? How is my tonality here? What could I have asked different in this part of the call? What should I have said here instead? All that stuff. And then also seek out feedback, find people that you can ask questions and like, what do you think about this? And always like the ideal thing here to do is to find someone that's already like done what you want to do. And I'm not trying to sell you on some mentorship here, but the people that I work with inside of my one-on-one coaching, the people that I work with inside of my inner circle, my one-on-one coaching program, I basically sit down and review their calls. I give them one-on-one feedback, show you, okay, so like this is exactly what you said right here. This is the thing you need to adjust, things like that. And that's obviously the ideal type of feedback to get. So you want to find someone that can give you that type of feedback. I can just sit down with you and show you, okay, you said this wrong here. You need to change this, change your tonality here. That's the ideal thing to have here. But step one, to summarize it, it doesn't have to take a lot of time. It can take literally like 1 to 2 weeks doing this. Learn from books, from content, apply it as much as possible, and find some type of way to get feedback either externally or just analyze it yourself. Keep doing it until you feel confident in the skill set and you actually understand sales. Then it's time for the exciting stuff. So hopefully you haven't kicked off yet, because this is going to be super, super valuable stuff. And I know some of you guys have your dopamine levels completely fucked from TikTok. So this is why most of you guys are not going to succeed. But if you're still watching, big ups to you, because now we're gonna get into the spicy stuff. So outreach, how to actually land a role, once you're gonna confident in the skill set, how do we find an actual business to work for? And the best way to do this right now, by far, I mentioned this before, I've made multiple videos about this. If you haven't already seen that, go watch my other videos after you watch this. Basically, the best thing to do is find clients on YouTube. On YouTube right now, there's a lot of channels being started up, entrepreneurs that have a huge amount of potential that are going to be making a lot of money within a couple of months. And you want to like basically just kind of target those people. You want to find people that have maybe like 2,000 to 20 to 30,000 subscribers, are just in the come up right now, and basically snipe those businesses. Go to those people, find businesses on YouTube within niches that you're interested in. That you're interested in copywriting, you're interested in health, in the carnivore diet, you want to work with, I don't know, car dealerships, solar panel installers, whatever it is. Find a niche industry that you're interested in, and then just find YouTube channels that are helping that specific industry, and find people that have a solid vision, people that you truly like connect with, people that obviously have a high ticket offer. They have proof, they have expertise, they actually have like case studies, testimonials. They've actually shown and proven that they can actually help people with whatever they offer. And good volume. You don't want to reach out to someone that has like 5 subscribers and gets like 1 view per video. You're not going to have people to speak with if you work for them. And then what you want to do is you want to send out personalized loops. So you find people's YouTube channels. I've shown this in videos of exactly how to do this. So go watch those videos if you need like exact step by step how to do it. But basically find these YouTube channels that sell high-ticket offers, send out personalized looms, personalized videos, and the script you can follow in those videos, what I would do. And please don't just copy this like off this video. Don't just say this word by word, because if you do, I'm gonna find where you live and I'm gonna stop you. But at the same time, you also need to understand, if you do this, it's gonna get saturated. Everyone's gonna do this, and you're not gonna stand out, because this might not sound natural for you. This is how I would say it. But for you, you're probably not going to speak the same way that I do, We have different ways of like communicating naturally, And the biggest thing here is you need to seem genuine in your message. And if you don't seem genuine saying this, it's not going to work. But here's what I would say in my video. Yo, what's up? I'm Alex. I follow you for a bit. I love your content. To be straight to the point, I don't want to waste your time. I'm an appointment setter. I'm a closer. Wherever you're looking for, whatever type of role you're looking for. I'm looking for a new offer right now. And your business, your page, whatever it is, comment on something specific. Your post about this diet, or your post about this mindset trick caught my eye, and I'm interested in working for you, and I would love to work with you, something like that. Let me know if you got openings for sales reps right now. I would love to work with you. Looking forward to hearing from you. Super simple. That's literally like all you need to do. Send it out to a specific amount of people. And what I would do here is pick a number that you're going to do every single day. Pick 10, 15, 20, outreaches that you're gonna send out every single day, and then stick to that no matter what. Attach yourself to that input. A lot of people get this wrong, where they kind of detach to the result of doing the work, where they're like, okay, I'm gonna do outreach until I get a response. I'm gonna do outreach until I get 10 responses, or until I get 10 interviews, and then they do it, and what ends up happening a lot of times is they get on like a couple interviews, they don't land a role, and then they have to start over from zero again. They have to start over from scratch because of the fact that they had like just focused on getting the result instead of focusing on the inputs. So super, super important. And also a lot of people give up because of that. They focus on the inputs, or they focus on the results, they don't get any results, and they just give up. When in reality, if they just have kept going, they would have got the results. So hopefully that makes sense. Focus on the inputs and just detach yourself from the results, because I promise you, if you just do what I'm telling you right now, you will get results doing this, like 100%. And realize that energy is by far the biggest thing. The way you show up, you being genuine, seeming like a cool, happy, and like just chill guy, super, super important. Smile and have good energy. Please, whatever you do, don't be like in like what's it called? Like those things you sleep in, like a pajamas, in like your bedroom, and with like with bad lighting, things like that. Like, don't do that. I see some people do this sometimes, and it's like so retarded. Like, you're never gonna make money doing that. Never gonna succeed doing that. Just look presentable, smile, look, and just be relaxed, be genuine, and just be a fun, chill person and talk with energy. So let's keep going. That's what you're gonna do to actually get on interviews. When you actually land interviews, when you start booking interviews, that's a very exciting part, because then you're actually getting very close to landing a role. What I see inside of my coaching program for the people that I work with one-on-one is that most people, around like 50-60%, who actually land interviews, usually end up landing the roles as well, because they just know how to interview. Because inside of my coaching program, I teach very specific ways on like how to show up on the interviews, how to ask questions on the interviews, how to present yourself to land pretty much all the roles that you interview for as well. In terms of how to actually, like, just give some like tricks here, quick tips here in terms of how to actually interview. First thing, and the biggest thing by far, sell yourself. And I don't mean this in a way where you open the call and you're like super needy, or like, I need this role, I'm gonna do whatever I can to get this role, and like it's being desperate. Don't do that whatsoever. But the biggest thing I want you to do is think about it like this. Everything that you've done, all of your life experience, you can always position it in a very different way. Some people, like, what they do is, let's say you worked at like a supermarket. As like a super shitty example here. Let's say you work at a supermarket, and that's like all previous job experience that you have in your entire life. Person number A, what they would do and how they would present that is like, okay, I work at a supermarket. I've never done sales before. I'm completely new to this. I would love the opportunity to work with you guys. I've seen some people do it like that. Option number two, and how you should do it, is I worked in the industry of dealing with like personal encounters on a daily basis. I speak with 100 to 200 people, different people, every single day on a daily basis. I love engaging with people. I'm really good at connecting with people, building rapport on a daily basis. And I've done this for a long time, and I'm looking to really just like hone in on this skill and get even better at it now in a new industry. And that's why I want to work with you guys. Like, that's a completely different way of saying the exact same thing. You can be the exact same person and say that, and it's gonna be so much more likely to land that role. So really, like, before you get on these interviews, position yourself in a way where the business actually, or like you're basically selling the stuff that you've done. You can position what you've done in the past, whatever it is, whatever the type of shitty thing that you've done, even if it's like like a completely normal 9 to 5, position it in the best way possible for you to get into that role. This is what I've done every single time I landed roles, even when I was like a complete beginner. And that's why I was able to land roles quickly as well, because of the fact I just sold the shit out of myself. Everything that I'd done in the past, I started an agency, I started drop shipping. I was like, I'm driven, I'm hungry because I've done X, Y, and Z. I've shown that I'm hungry because I started my own business when I was young. I've done like cold calling with my agency. I just like selling the shit out of all the things that I've done. And you can do the same thing. Just leverage the stuff that you've done and position it and explain it in the most attractive way possible. That's the best way I can put it. Let's keep going. And understand that energy is super, super important. I guess how you show up, be a cool person. Again, this stuff that I talked about before. I'm not going to repeat it again, but just keep that in mind. Show up, good lighting, smile, speak, don't sound depressed and like monotone, very cadence, that kind of thing. And if you guys be a cool person that's likable, you will land roles. Additionally, what it comes down to, because for you to get into remote high ticket sales and land your first role, you don't need to be expert. Most businesses will just hire you if you just seem like someone that can connect with people and just like chill and cool person. So just focus on doing that and you will succeed. And then the fourth thing here is, once you're in a business, you're actually starting to make money now. You're actually working as an appointment setter or a closer. Now it's time for you to really lock in, you know? I would look at it like this. I would say for the next 90 days when you're in a business, decide to just lock the fuck in. Eliminate all distractions. And I'm talking about like what I went pretty extreme when I did this. When I landed my first business, I didn't see women whatsoever. Like, I did no dating whatsoever for like 4 to 5 months. I barely saw any friends actually. I moved to Medellin, Colombia when I landed my first role. And I just locked in completely. I didn't see any like women, barely saw friends, saw like one friend per month or so, and didn't go out. No going out whatsoever. I ate like only home cooked meals straight for literally 3 months. And this might sound extreme to some of you guys, and that's kind of the point of it as well. Because if you want to achieve a lot of results that most people never achieve, you also kind of have to do things that most people aren't willing to do as well. And that's what this is about. That's what I did. Cut out all distractions. Just lock in all on this one skill set. Don't start any other businesses, and understand this will be a grind. This is going to be a process of you really like leveling up, becoming a new person, leveling up your standards for yourself and things like that. And the more you can understand that and internalize that, it's going to help you. Because what used to happen to me, and I remember this still to this day, it was like I would think about starting a business, yeah, while I was doing remote high ticket sales, while I was in my first role. I was like, okay, maybe I should get into like becoming a media buyer. Maybe I should start my own like marketing agency again, like I did before. I had all these ideas like on a daily basis. And I realized what that was. So this is my brain trying to find an easier way out, because remote sales was hard when I started off. I had to learn like a lot of different skills in like communication, persuasion, and things like that. And I was struggling a bit in the beginning, in the first like month, 2 months. And because of that, I was just like immediately looking for these like easy ways out, you know, like do this instead, and this instead. So that's the biggest thing I want to give you, like just genuine advice here, is find a way, wherever that is. There's a lot of different methods I can give you, but just like decide, commit to yourself that you're not going to change. You're going to stick to this model, stick to this business model. And I think the best way to do that is by number one, having a clear vision, like understand that this is possible for you to do. Finding people like myself or other people online that you see that have already achieved what you want to achieve in this industry. And it's like reminding yourself, like, I will be where this guy is at if I keep going with this plan. And writing down reminders everywhere that you're not going to change the plan, you're not going to change the business model, because if you do, you're going to get fucked. If you change, you're going to get constantly stuck in this loop of like resetting yourself from over and over again to zero, and you're starting over your entire journey. So stick to it. And the process to actually get results once you're in a role is copy the top performer. Do exactly what the best sales rep in the business that you're working for is doing, until you're better than them. That's it. Super simple. Find the best rep. Do exactly what they're doing. Don't be cute. Don't think that you're smarter than you are. Don't try to start your own business or become a coach or whatever it is in the first like 3 to 6 months. Just copy what the best guy is doing until you are better than them. Simple as that. Most of the guys won't do this, but for the guys that do, you will succeed. Reach out to the top guy. Ask them what they're doing on a daily basis. Ask them for tips. Ask them for feedback. Like the more you can just communicate with that guy that's doing the best in the business, or multiple guys, I promise you will win. Just trust me on that. And then last thing here is your plan for you to actually ascend to 10K a month, you know? So a lot of people are going to start off as appointment setters. That's the best path for you to get into a good business in this industry, is to start off as an appointment setter. That's what I recommend for everyone, regardless if you have some sales experience. Because even if you have a sales experience, a lot of people have egos where they're like, yeah, I have sales experience, so I'm going to start as a closer and I'm never going to work as a setter, blah, 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 blah. That's stupid. The best closers that I know, myself included, all started off as appointment setters. They learned the fundamental skills and then they grew up from there. And not only that, but you also be able to get into way better business if you start off as an appointment setter. Because most high-level businesses, 7, 8, 9 figure businesses, are not going to hire someone without a huge track record for a closer role. So what you got to do here is usually ascend from being a setter into a closer. How do you do that? Is just by dialing in your skill set, getting extremely good as a setter, just showing up, copying the top performer, is doing the same thing as them until you get really, really good. And then just telling the team that you want to become a closer. And that's when you can scale up to 10K a month. Most closers make 10K a month. And then after that, that's the most exciting thing, because when you become a closer, that's truly when you can make the big bucks, actually get way more freedom. And also you can have opportunity to really like leverage your skill set, you know, because when you're closer, you're making more money. You're getting more connections because you're higher up in the business. And you're developing a more valuable skill set as well, because you're actually doing, like, you're closing the deal. You're the one that's actually collecting the cash into the business, you know? And when you've learned that, I tell you this, like, when I got really good at closing, when I started closing deals like left and right, so like high ticket deals for like 5, 8, even 10K, I closed deals for even like 24K at some points. But when I got to that point, that's when really like a lot of opportunities opened up for me. You know, I was able to start, I had an option of doing like sales management for the business I was working for. I could eventually start my own business and pour my skill set into that. The point here is like everything is opens up for you once you've learned the skill set of sales and high ticket closing. That's when all doors open up, and that's when you really can like just ascend to a very, very high level of income, freedom, fulfillment. Really like all your long-term goals opens up once you go into this point. And if you want to get to like 50, 100K a month, like the fastest and the best path to get there, 100%, I still believe to this day, it's what I'm doing as well, is master high ticket sales, get into your first sales role, scale to 5, 10, 50K a month, become a closer, and then see what type of opportunities that you get at that point. Because a lot of things can open up for you. You might find out that you don't want to do sales long term. A lot of people feel like they don't want to do sales for like the next 5, 10 years. Maybe you can use a skill to pour into your own business. Maybe you start your own consulting business, coaching business, get into dropshipping with the capital. Like everything opens up when you have the capital, you have the skills, you have the experience, you have the connections that comes from being a sales rep in one of these businesses in this e-learning industry. Because you have so many connections, you know, you're connected with all these high-level entrepreneurs that just gives you opportunities. Everything is like opens up and it's like leads to so many great things. That's why I love this industry. So that's the last step. That's how you really grow and scale, is just using your skill set in the way that resonates the most with you. Because at this point, you're also going to be making 10K a month, most likely, if you follow the steps I gave you, which means you're no longer worried about money. Now the concern is more about like, what do you truly want to be doing with your life? Like, what are you passionate about? Because when you're making 10K a month, like you can travel, you can get a nice car, most of those like basic needs are met. Then it's more about, okay, what do you truly want to be doing? Like, what's your true like long-term goal? And that's more exciting stuff to figure that out, obviously. And that's kind of when life gets on easy mode as well. And that's when you've started printing money with remote high ticket sales. So you can start traveling, being places, kind of like I'm doing right now. Travel to like Brazil whenever you want to. If you want to go to like, I literally been in like 5 countries the last couple of months, just like traveling around from place to place. All the places that I have written down in my notebook that I wanted to go to the last like couple of years, I just like checked them off in a couple of months now because I kind of felt like doing it, you know? And I've done this while making consistently like multiple 6 figures. And all this comes when you've been in the same vehicle, been in the same opportunity and focus on skill for long enough. So hopefully after watching this video right now, you're going to be the type of person who actually goes out and take action on this, because there's 2 different options for you right now. You can either go out and take action on the stuff that I gave you and get results with it. Some people will want like more hand-holding, more one-on-one coaching and mentorship, and also get placed on opportunities. Because you might, I don't know if you realize this, but most of the best opportunities are going to be within like paid networks, courses, communities, and things like that. So again, I'm not going to like try to sell you on my course and everything, but for those of you guys that realize that like the way to get really good at sales and the way to get access to the best opportunities is by getting into networks, is by being close to high performers. If that's you realize that, I have one-on-one coaching, one-on-one mentorship, where basically I train you up personally. I get connected with high-level businesses to work for, and I place you with those offers. So if that's something you're interested in, I am very selective of who I work with. So I'm not going to promise you that I'm going to like just work with you, you know? And it's definitely not going to be a sales call. I'm more like trying to like qualify you and see if you're actually a good fit. If you're interested in this, click the link down below. We'll hop on, we'll have a call, we'll see if you're a good fit for my inner circle, my one-on-one coaching, if I can help you out. And that's only for you if you're actually interested in like getting sales, working hard, committed, and things like that. If you're not sure about it, or if you're not really like willing to work hard, you're just looking for get rich quick, it's not for you. You can go watch my other videos, maybe get some more context and learn a bit more about this and things like that. But hopefully you found this valuable, and really understand that the stuff I gave in this video can change your life if you just take action on it. And also realize that this is only possible by you just taking that step, taking action on your goals, committing to the actions, because it is scary. Changing your life is not going to happen overnight. It's not going to be an easy process. It's only possible by you just jumping off that cliff, so to speaking, is like doing the scary things in front of you and stepping into uncertainty. So I'm rooting for you. And if you have any questions, DM me on Instagram, link down below. Make sure you subscribe. Don't miss out on the future videos. Comment if you have anything specific you want me to cover in the future videos below. And again, if you want one-on-one coaching, click the link down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao.